Hello, it's Debbie here from DC Custom Leather Designs. I thought I would just do a sort of updated video on all the leather finishes that I recommend. Whenever a collar's purchased or ordered, I always put in the invoice notes a link to a video I made previously. It's a bit long, so I thought I'd just do something very quick to just show you how the different finishes work and also how oil can affect the leather. As I know a lot of you think that you should apply oil to the leather to keep it supple and whatnot, but it really depends on what the item is and what colour it is. So you'll hear me mention Renapur quite a lot. This stuff, it's, you know, it works for everything basically, but it can darken lighter coloured leathers. It is just supposed to be used in a very light layer. I also recommend Resolene. Obviously this is a big bottle. You can buy it smaller, and you would use that on a clean surface. Over paint it's kind of best to try and seal the paint in a bit better. And basically you want to make sure that it's applied kind of nice and evenly with a very clean cloth or maybe a brush, but something that's not going to leave little bits of fluff and lint behind, because it will just mix in and then it will be stuck as part of the finish. So I've prepared some bits of leather here. Some of them are sort of left in their natural state. I'll pick up this one. So this is how all of the leather starts off this colour basically. This is the natural flesh tone. So I've left one part natural and the other side I have applied either Renapur, Resolene or Resolene and Renapur, just to show how it all works together. I've also, this is just on scrappy bits of leather, applied neat's foot oil, which I know a lot of people think they should use on leather. This one here, no oil's been applied. That was the colour. One application of the same, well, basically neat's foot oil. This one had 2 and this one 3, and you can see how it's darkened the leather. So if you've got pink leather or nice light blue or something like that, it's going to start getting quite dark and quite muddy looking. So I would recommend you do not use oil. Oil will also start to break down thread. Even though what I use is waxed, it'll also affect the paint. So I really do not recommend use oil on the collars. You could use it on the bridles, headstools, or on dark parts of the leather on collars that are not painted. But you know, just be aware it will probably darken. And then if you go and put this out in the sun with oil on it, you know, most people know what happens when you've got oil on your skin and then you go out in the sun, it burns. Not that the leather's going to burn necessarily, but it's going to get a lot darker. It's going to accelerate the darkening process. So here I've got natural leather and the Resolene only on the other side. I've got natural, Resolene and Renapur used together. Resolene does need to be dried or allowed to dry for about an hour before it's actually effective, and you can use multiple layers. And then this one that is just natural and Renapur. It's kind of not really what you would get with the collars, because all of the collars are sealed with Resolene, and then I typically put Renapur on before they leave. But just as an example of how the product works basically. So I've just got plain water. It's going to spray all of these sections, and what you'll see, hopefully, is that on the sections that have been treated, the leather is beaded, and on the sections that are natural, the water's soaked in. So basically you're creating a sort of a bit of a barrier, and that's what the products are used for, to try and prevent water from soaking in. You don't want to go crazy with these products, but yeah, you can just about see there the water's beaded, runs off.